What's up, guys? Welcome back. Well, today I figured it would be a really good day to tell you how I got started in this business, okay? So you might want to sit down and stay tuned because it might be a little bit of a long video. But anyways, I'm going to make it real short and simple. That right that I'm driving that says speed limit exceeded. It's a real nice car. Anyways, back to what really matters. It was probably about 5-6 years ago, 2017, that I started my own business, right? And I started with a gentleman that's on my channel too. His name is Guillermo. I started with him, and he is also the gentleman that I split my first car sale with. But so we go way back, which is it's pretty legit. Anyways, I started with just $1,000. We started with just $1,000. Back then, before this inflation happened right now in 2022, it was much easier to find cars at a cheaper price, right? So anyways, I was working as a finance manager at a dealership, and I saved up a little bit of money. So I said, you know what, let's just see what happens, right? So I gave this guy $1,000, and he had lined up a car, which was I think a 1997 Honda Odyssey van. We bought it for $1,000. And a couple of days later, we flipped it to another gentleman for about, I think it was 2000. Yeah, 1993 Honda. It was super clean. So it was like a deal we came across. One of his neighbors wanted to get rid of it, so it was like a hookup kind of. Anyways, but you come across those deals. So we came across that one. We purchased it. We flipped it, and then that one became two, and then the two became three, and then the three became four. Four became seven. I have a lot of pictures of all the cars that we bought. Every single car we bought, I think I have photos of. Not many videos, but photos for sure. Anyways, started with $1,000, and it came to the point where we had filled up this guy's house because we were operating out of a house before, because the state allows you to have 5 cars minimum per person, for the year without a license. So we had cars under everybody's name basically, and that helped out a lot, because they helped us get 5, 6, 7, 8 cars on the lot on this house. But then the homeowners association came up and say, you know what, you can't have these cars, you can't have an operating dealership out of this house. So we had to rent the location, and we ended up renting a location, and we ended up getting our license and everything together. That's when it all started. That's when we went to go to the auction. But the way we used to buy cars is we became a rep from another dealer. So we used to buy cars under another license. I forget the name of the dealer, but let's just call them XYZ Motors, right? XYZ Motors is what we used to do. We used to pay the owner of XYZ Motors a certain fee, and he would allow us entrance into the auction and give us a bidder badge so we could get cars, until we got licensed. Once we got licensed, we saved those fees, because believe me, it adds up. It was starting at around $250 per car, which was he was making a killing doing that, because all you had to do was show up. So we bought a couple of cars and we started the business just like that. And then yeah, man, all we did is we just kept the vision going. We signed up every sort of financial company we could get. As far as funding goes, we got floor plan companies and everything. And I'll go into detail a little bit about that later, but that's kind of the super extremely oversimplified, watered down story. We bought 1 car, turned it to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, just like that. Paperwork, we were doing the same paperwork as the dealer because I had experience in the paperwork, and we had the right forms to use. You can download them on the internet, it's super easy. And then we had a title service to do the title transfer just like we do now, except the dealer name was different. It was like XYZ Motors, right? Because it was under somebody else's license until we got ours. But the biggest thing was that I worked as a salesperson at a dealership at the beginning. I worked as a salesperson, and I was there, I worked as a salesperson for about 7 months. And I was selling a lot of cars. I was learning the business, and I became one of the finance managers for the location. And all I did was just take whatever they gave me as far as pay goes at the beginning, and try to learn as much as possible from the business, because I took it as a learning experience. I was there for about 4 years working as a finance manager, managing multiple different stores, different aspects of the dealership, It started from managing salespeople, then managing salespeople, shop department, BDC departments, and coming up with marketing plans, and it just basically became a jack of all trades at the dealership. And I knew all ins and outs, managing porters, hiring people, firing people, and it just gave me a great experience to go ahead and take the leap of faith and do this on my own. So we did have a lot of experience, and also the guy that I started with, he was a salesperson. He's been selling cars for a long time, so he knew the places, he knew where to go, he knew what to do, and in turn, I'm gonna try to just teach you, I guess, whatever in a way of what we did. I'm gonna tell it to you in stories. I'm gonna tell it to you in the method of what my friends did and what I did, so you can kind of get an idea of how you can do things. Like if we did things this way, I'm sure you can do things much easier and much better because you have a way of doing things that's better than us. At least I would hope so. You learn from us, and then you do it your own way. You make it better. That's how it is. That's how I want you to do it. But the biggest thing is buy low, sell right. If high is right, then of course you deserve all the money because you get all the risk in the end, So don't be afraid of asking for all the money. At first you might have that feeling of guilt, but believe me, once you start seeing your pockets being very slim, you'll notice that shit's going right out the window. And then you're going to grow the balls necessary to move along and make shit happen for yourself. Watch. That's how I did it. Personal experience, we did it. Because what we did is we built a team, all right? Then I'll go over building a team. I'll go over everything on how you do it, because you got to find people you love and you trust, okay? Because they'll go to bat for you. But anyways, long story short, I got in the business. I've been in the business since 2012. I started as a salesperson, became a finance manager, managed multiple different stores, left that dealership group, managed a franchise store for a little bit, and a couple other dealerships. So, I knew what to expect. I dealt with banks. I dealt with the financing aspect of it, buy here, pay here, and subprime and prime financing, people with good credit, people with bad credit, word tracks, what to say, what not to say. We went through so many training programs. I read so many books, that have allowed me to be where I am today. So I tell you today, go out there and get it. And if you're watching this long, I'm going to take an opportunity right now to tell you what I tell myself every day to keep my life going, because it's true. Listen to this. I was scrolling through, my Instagram, TikTok or whatever, and I come across these motivational speakers all the time. And one of them was Denzel Washington, which was words of somebody else. But he said, in order to get what you've never had, and I've said it differently too, in order to get what you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. You know what I'm saying? Like insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So you got to change shit up to get different results. You know what I'm saying? So he said, in order to get what you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. And he also mentioned something about a motivational speaker by the name of Les Brown. He said, he made an analogy about that. And he said, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential, the ghosts of the ideas you never acted on, the ghosts of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed. They are angry, disappointed, and upset. And they say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life. And now we get to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be standing around your bed when your time comes? That shit hits deep. And I say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to act on my ideas. I'm going to act on my thoughts. I'm going to live. I'm about today. I'm not about yesterday. Yesterday is history. Like they say, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. We live in the present. That's today. That's why they call it the present. It's a gift, right? Whatever. So live in the moment and be peaceful, guys. But don't forget, make shit happen for yourself. Because if it's meant to be, it's up to me. That's what they say. And guess what? It's up to you. Nothing happens to you. Everything happens because of you. The situation you are in today is because that's the result of the little actions you've been having in the past for as long as you can remember. Okay? So the actions you take today determine who you will be tomorrow. So be somebody, make shit happen, start your own business, whatever it is, you will figure it out. A mind that has the I can do attitude will grow the how to do attitude, and the how to do it will come to you. Every time you read something, every time you watch a video, that seed will be growing and you will put pieces together. You may not know today, But a couple of weeks from now, after indulging in all this content that you find yourself in, watching several videos, including mine, you'll find out. You're gonna connect those dots, and you're gonna realize how smart you are and how much you can make shit happen for yourself. So take this video to heart. Take this truth that I give you to the bank, because you're gonna make money with it. All right. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna make sure I make it. And if I make it, you gotta watch, because success leaves clues. You know, I'm gonna try to be a little more consistent, and hope you're still watching. God damn, it's already 10 minutes. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's meant to be. It's up to me.